Hi, I'm Bryony Montgomery from bryonymontgomery.com. I am a yogini, a urban tantrika, spiritual guide, healer and master. I am a natural therapist and I'm an author, and I'm the mama to 3 little beings, a wife, and I live in the rainforest at the back of Mullumbimby. And the reason why I wanted to do this video for you is to explain what sadhana is. 21-day sadhana is a deep devotional practice, and I'm birthing this in an online format. So it's available to everyone across the world who chooses to join and feels the calling to join. A lot of the teachings that I do and a lot of the practices that I do and the people that I work with and the things that I teach is about embodying the sacredness of the self in every aspect of your life. It's about weaving, awakened consciousness, connection, deep devotional practice into your everyday. I am I'm a really busy mama to 3, and for a long time, I've been on this path for almost 15 years. For a long time, when I was introduced to this way of living, I would do my spiritual practice and then I would do my other things in my life. So there was such a disconnection, because spirituality for me is a very personal, very deep soul nourishing aspect of who I am. It's how I nourish myself. It's how I invoke radical self-care and how I love, myself, and how I be creative, and how I breathe in the world, and how I am with people. There's not one part of me that is not deeply devoted and walking a very spiritual path. And when I started with my path of spirituality, there was a real divide between my spiritual practice and my everyday. And it never felt right to me. It never felt like really congruent and strong. I kind of felt like I was completely torn in 2 different directions. So when I had my children, this became extremely apparent, because children and being spiritual is extremely, on the outside, extremely different. But actually, when you get right down to it, is actually extremely similar. It's one and the same. And I really started on a path to finding ways that I can incorporate my spiritual journey, my spiritual aspect of myself, and this deep connection that I have, since a small child with this greater power, with this greater sense of myself and beings and the world, and how I could connect that all together in my everyday. So I didn't necessarily have to be, taking myself and splitting myself in 2 or 3 or 5 different directions. And what I have created is a way of, and I'm living that. It's an awakened, living, breathing practice. What I've, discovered and what I am carving out for myself is a way of living a spiritual existence in every area of my life. In deep devotion to showing up in every way, and using my everyday as my spiritual practice, using even the mundane things, even the things that I roll my eyes at. I stop the eye rolling a long time ago, and I take a breath and I move into that space in a devotional, deeply, committed and present space. My life is my sadhana. My life is my practice. There is no part of me that you see online or in a present state, or in this video, that is not connected deeply and bathed deeply in the divine, in spirit. And I move and I weave that into my everyday. So sadhana, this 21-day sadhana for me is about bringing that awakened conscious state, that presence, that connection with the divine, that connection with yourself into your everyday. So the online format is about you bringing that into your lounge room, into your sacred space, creating sacredness in your current space, in your current day-to-day, setting devotional practice in as part of your day, and start, and sadhana allows you to be in that space and create a pattern for 21 days. If you do this practice for 21 days, it will create an impact on your life that will transform an aspect of how you enter your everyday, how you enter each breath. It will change and alter your state of consciousness and your connection with yourself. It is so deeply nourishing, sadhana, and to do it in this capacity and weave it into your everyday, that you're not going off to retreat, though I love going off to retreat too, but this allows retreat to come to you. This allows you to really dig and plant seeds for your own spiritual practice and your own ways, spiritual ways of being, that is unique to you, is unique to how you choose to weave that into your everyday. And that's how you can own this practice, and that's how you can transform things in your life and connect in to what you already have inside, which is already a beautiful way and state of being. And that connection in and then bring that out and into your everyday is powerful, is powerful. So the 21-day sadhana that I'm releasing in February is about weaving that into your everyday. It's about taking those ideas, those ideas that might be a bit tricky for you, or overwhelming for you, or really challenging for you to maintain, like, certain practices, meditation states of being, and bringing them in short, easy, simple practices every day for 21 days, where you will be able to start to weave the sacredness of your soul, the sacredness of the earth, the sacredness of all of this into this breath, into your day. Sadhana has changed me as a mother, has changed, me as a wife, has opened me to so many different ways of being. And when I started with sadhana in this capacity, my life is quite significantly different to when I started. And I think it was about 18 months ago. And I've done so many, sadhanas since I started my first. It's a really beautiful practice to do. And I would love you to join me and in February for my first sadhana. And just to give you a bit of a rundown with what's going to happen with that practice. So it's 21 days of devotional practice. 21 days, you can kind of see the beginning, middle and end, which is what I love about sadhana initially. You'll get an email every day about a new practice that you will be, creating for yourself, time to do through the day. I'll also be recording some retreats, tele-retreats for you. There's lots of details that will be on my website, www.bryonymontgomery.com, and check it out. It's under sadhana. And I invite you to step into this space. It will be a really gentle, beautiful, nourishing, self-love 21-day practice that you can do in your own home with the support of other sadhana participants, because I'll be creating a group Facebook page where we can support each other and hold. And, and it'll all be around, connecting with the sacredness within and creating that sacredness and weaving that tapestry into your everyday, into your every life. And this deeply nourishing practice is something that you can uniquely make yours and uniquely carve it to your own experiences. And in sadhana, we don't throw anything away, and the work that I do, we don't throw anything away. So everything that is with you right now, as you're watching this video, everything with you right now is practice, and I will teach you and guide you and hold you in how that can be a reality for you. So go to www.bryonymontgomery.com. You can register your interest on the sadhana page. You can also jump on Bryony Montgomery Facebook group page as well. There are also lots of lovely little goodies on my site too. I've just released a book called Sacred Self, Sacred Space, a sacred guide to cleansing, just to create and guide you and support you in creating a sacred space and sacredness within yourself, connecting into that space within yourself. And how you can cleanse and keep your space in the highest of vibrations for your health and nourishment of your soul and your family and your loved ones. And that also has a beautiful meditation with that ebook as well. So that's available on my website. And I also do a beautiful monthly full moon healing circle as well. That's actually a free offering to those who feel called to join, and that's the Sacred Soul Circle, and that's on Facebook. And I do that every full moon, and it's an online, it's a distant healing type format. It's an online, so anybody can join me from any place they are in the world. And what I do is I actually bring healing through, and I actually bring through light language, and I channel different frequencies, and I send them, to whoever chooses to participate and show up in that healing circle. It is really powerfully profound and such a beautiful space of nourishment and love. And I really, I love doing it every month, and I love sitting down and calling in those who choose to join me, and it's such a sacred space. So that's the Sacred Soul Circle, and just ask to join the group, and I, and I will accept your request. So any more information about what I do and who I am and the philosophies that I weave into my everyday, then you can go to my website. It's www.bryonymontgomery.com. From my soul to yours, namaste and deep bow.